What are you saying, guys? It's better in here.
This happened 2 months ago in January of 2019. My parents went out to a party. They told me they wouldn't be back until at least 3 a.m. in the morning because the party was supposed to start at 8 p.m. and the party was going to be in New Jersey. We live in Connecticut, so it takes a while to get there and back. They told me to watch my 10-year-old brother and expected me to be responsible because I'm 15 years old. When they left, we watched movies all night while eating a bunch of popcorn. It was around 11:30, and we just finished watching Infinity War. I told my brother to brush his teeth and go to bed. I stayed up later than him to watch the movie Logan. The movie ended, and it was around 2 in the morning. I was getting ready for bed when my brother came down the stairs. I asked him what he was still doing up, and he said the boogeyman was in his closet and wanted to touch him. I looked at him in confusion. My brother isn't the type of kid to pull pranks or joke around. He wanted me to check it out. I said fine and started saying he probably just heard a house noise. He said he heard a noise coming from his closet, and when he checked inside, the boogeyman was there and said he wanted to touch him. We went inside his room. I turned on the light and we went to the closet door. I opened it, and what I saw made me seriously angry. There was a tall, scruffy-looking man with long, black, greasy hair. He looked as if he was in his mid-40s and was fairly built. I was pissed off when I saw this creep watching my 10-year-old brother sleep, and I figured out what my brother meant when he said the boogeyman wanted to touch him. I was so pissed off. I punched his throat. He dropped to the floor gasping for air, but I stepped on his face as hard as I could at least 6 times. He was covered in blood and was having trouble breathing. I grabbed my brother and ran into the bathroom, locking the door and calling the cops. Then I called my parents. My parents freaked out. In about 10 minutes, the cops showed up and searched the bedroom. He wasn't in there. They searched the house. He wasn't anywhere to be found. I gave them a good description of his appearance, and an officer even stayed at our house until sunrise. A week later, I was informed that the same guy was caught and arrested for raping an 11-year-old boy and murdering his parents. It turns out he had raped multiple children before, and even murdered some of them and their parents. He was 47 years old and received a death sentence. If my brother never came downstairs to tell me what happened, then I fear the worst could have happened to him. And I'm extremely thankful that didn't happen.
Yo, I gotta say, that is one brave 15-year-old freaking punching a grown man in the throat and stamping on his face. He's got some skill there. I think it was just purely out of anger. Like, he wasn't thinking. He was just so pissed off that it was just his reaction and his temper, and that's actually saved him, man. A 15-year-old guy punching a grown man's throat and then stamping him on the face. That's good self-defense there. I don't know where he learned this, but yeah, he can take care of himself, and that's great. But the fact that he freaking left the house when the police came and he went on to rape people and kids and murder people, that's creepy as shit, man. The grown man with long hair, and he's actually built as well. Reminded me of John Wick in a way. And the fact that he's built and he didn't do anything was kind of weird as well. Like, he was just in the closet and he just stayed there, and he didn't get up and he didn't do anything. Like, now that was weird. I don't know if I would do that if I was 15 years old, but to be honest, maybe I would, I don't know. The fact that the police didn't catch him will just make the kids even more paranoid. And the fact that he did those things after he escaped will make them even more scared. Now that the parents found out, I don't think they can go out at night and leave their kids alone again. I hope you guys like my reaction and my review, and peace.
Mm.